Hello and welcome to this video. So today we are going to use nesting in SCSS. So basically when you nest something in SCSS, you basically have a parent element, which for example could be a div here with the class of container. And then inside our container, we will have a paragraph. So what we can do here is we can style both these elements by going into our file here. Then we can go in and say container with 100% or maybe just 1000, whatever you want it to be, and then a margin 0 outer. Alright, so this is our parent element, right? So we have the parent element here, which is the container in this case. Then we can go inside the container and we can add the paragraph. So basically what we are doing here is we are going in, taking a paragraph, putting it inside here, and then be able to style everything inside the container class that is a paragraph. It won't style anything outside of it. So if we have, for example, a paragraph here, this won't be styled, so this won't get the pink color we are going to give it. So if we just go into our console now, we can run SASS watch, then we can say SCSS, and if we then go into our documents here, then we go into our project, open with Google Chrome. You can see we have this element here that's gonna be styled because we nested it inside our container class, whereas this one will have no impact at all. And we can go into our code and we can see that this will be written just as you normally would write it in CSS. But because of the structure in here, we are able to have, for example, a navigation bar class and then style all of the child elements in there, which will make it much more structured. So we can, for example, add a file called navigationbar.scss, and then everything will just be inside the parent element, which will have an impact on our structure in our code. So that's why this is important. And we can even extend this even more by, for example, saying after, or we can say hover, then we can say color blue. If we then go in and refresh in our browser, we don't even have to write paragraph hover. We can do that. However, it's easier to just, if we have one long name like container and then say hover, that's a lot more to write. So instead we can just use the other way around it by doing this, because this will simplify the text, which will again have a positive impact on how you style your structure your code and style your code. So the whole point of SASS is to make things more organized and more structured in your code, so your syntax looks more easy to use, and that's why we can use SASS in such a good way. So to extend this a little bit more, just to give you some more examples of it, we can also go in and add div class with navigation bar, or navigation just, and then we can add this one there. And if we just move this then we can go in and say UL, and then we can say class container here. Then we can go in and say li and li. This is just a very simple navigation bar we're gonna make. We're not gonna extend it any further than this, so it's not gonna have any fancy functions of that. It's just to show you how much more organized this would be compared to the CSS file we will have after we have written this code of CSS. So we can call this here class nav item. Then we can call this home. Alright, so inside here we can then say navigation. We can call it for width of 100%, background of black, and we can then add a the inside the container .nav item anchor tag. You can then say color white, and as you can see here we have our small structure here. And if we then go into our CSS file, you can see here that if we begin to write a lot more code of this, so if we even do it a bit more code, just to show you how long it will be, we will have a lot more organized code, because this will look way more messy if we had to write all of this in the normal way. So if we then go in and say float left, in here you can then see that this looks more organized. Again, this output we get here would just be structured this way because it makes more sense from a logical perspective in the way you wrote your code yourself. But this is a way to structure and organize your code in a more efficient way.